manifestation works, and people don't have an idea what that really entails. So I'm going to talk more about that and how I incorporate it into my own life and how I become the best version of myself, because manifestation is true, it is a reality, and if you do it correctly, you will gain everything and anything that you like. So without any more chit-chatting, let's get started. So you believe an idea, you will see the reality of it, right? If you say I'm poor and you start acting like the victim, then you'll become poor. But if you start acting as if you're rich and you act in a very growth mindset, then you start realizing that life will give you more riches. All right? When you take accountability on your own life becomes easier. It's just the reality of things. Please, please, please understand that, because you will be by far more and more successful if you start taking action rather than thinking that everything happens to you because your life is so miserable, because you grew up poor. If you grew up poor, you can change that. You can change your reality, your thoughts, your perception, and everything that comes along. If you say I'm sufficient, then you are enough. If you say things like I'm kind, then you'll become kind. If you say I'm loving and caring, then you'll become one of those people. So start saying it as if it's true at the moment. I don't consider this fake it till you make it. It's more like do it right now so it becomes practice. You don't just pretend you're singing when you want to learn how to sing. You just do it. You don't pretend as if you're not singing. You're not just like, you're doing your best and you're trying your best, and that's how you're going to get better at it. Just doing it, working, and repeat it over and over and over again. It's just so simple. So simple. So don't get discouraged. First of all, number 2, how do you know the vibration that you're in? Well, it takes so much deep work, and the way that you do this is through writing. I would argue that this is my first step, is you gotta write a page on what you're thinking at the moment. Just write. You shouldn't care how grammatically correct your writing is. You shouldn't care about any typos or anything like that, or whether that's right or wrong. Just write what you believe is true to yourself, and you start acknowledging, right? For 10 minutes straight, and just write everything that comes to mind. Every single thought, every single idea comes to what comes to you. That's very important, because your thoughts are essentially what you're practicing. And if you're watching this video, chances are that you are not really into being your best self, because you're so accustomed to believing in what other people have said about you rather than taking action and accountability for your own life, right? Analyze what you wrote. After those 10 minutes have been done, read it and analyze what you just did. What kind of tone were you at? Were you in a positive, kind? Were you in a very depressive or angry or scared mentality? Acknowledge what you are. If you're in the positive side, that means that you are practicing really good vibrational moments in your life. But if you're at the moment with so much negativity, so much hatred, so much jealousy, that's a flag. That's acknowledging you should acknowledge it and say that you are in a place of so much scarcity. And that's when you really have to work so much. And it takes time, but I promise you, will be able to get there. So, you start acknowledge, is it criticism? Is it love? Is it hatred? Is it guilt? Once you start getting what you have, understand and analyze and identify why you're feeling that way. Are you feeling this way because you're not getting promoted? Are you feel you feel so much criticism because of a poor performance that you had? Or are you so in love then keep on going and understand why you're so in love. Is it because of a family member? Is it because of your spouse? Is it because of your parents? Is it someone that's making you love more than what you have ever offered? Right? If you have guilt, understand why. Is it a family member that's making you feel guilty? Is it your past? Is it your school? Is it someone? Just acknowledge why you are thinking the way that you're thinking currently. All right? And then have an action plan. How are you going to tackle this and transform it from a negative to a positive reaction? Right? If you're feeling so much hatred, perhaps is because you feel like other people have not understand you very well. Well, then why have you been with those people, and understand why, and how can you distance yourself from those people that make you feel this feeling of negativity? Why are you hating yourself so much? Like your body, perhaps it's a family member that's making you feel bad about your looks. Then you perhaps have to stay away from those people as much as possible, so you don't have to deal with that kind of negativity, right? So when you acknowledge what you have at the moment, you can understand as to why you're feeling the way that you are. And then you can create an action plan that perhaps can help you move forward with your life from a negative to a positive. You know, we are pebbled right here from a negative to a positive, you know, and it's a quote from a song that he wrote or that he sings. But it's true. You just have to understand as to why something is bothering you. Why are you feeling this way? And it has to be a reason, because everything has a reason. There's always something going on in your life that you are perhaps not really understanding it. But once you are in tune with your own feelings, you understand why you're feeling this way. So create an action plan. Continue to do the things that you do if you are in a positive sphere. But if you are extremely negative, then change your course of action and, you know, either change jobs, change friends, change careers, anything that can perhaps change that mechanism in your life, change that course of event, so you can transform it from a negative to a positive. All right, so with that being said, I hope you understood a little bit more about manifestation. I will do a part 2 because I'm running out of time, but I hope you enjoyed today's video, and please always be grateful and thankful for everything that you have. So I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.